Imagine going to a brand new house, opening up the attic hatch, and then find that the attic is full of mold. That's exactly what happened to me and my client. But I'm gonna go back to that in a sec. When home prices are as high as they are in Vancouver right now, spending your hard-earned money on a brand new house, or what's supposed to be brand new, can feel exciting. But imagine walking into the house and finding something wrong. So this is basically what happened. My client and I went to a house, they really liked the house, and then just looking around, put my head into the attic and full of mold everywhere. And naturally you would think it's a brand new house. Why is there mold? Whenever there's mold, you think of ventilation or lack of ventilation. And I went to the side, looked up, and you see the soffit. You know what the soffit is, right? It's the underhang of the roof line. Here's a picture right here. It was lacking vents. And because of my background in construction, if there's no vents, there's no airflow. And that's really how the attic keeps dry, right? So I asked the builder, why is there no vent on the side? The front and back of the house had vents, but there's no vents on the side. So he got back to me and he said this: the previous year when they built the house, the bylaws and the construction code had changed a bit, and you weren't allowed to have vents on the side of the house. And the reason for that is because for a fire hazard. So basically, if there was a fire in a house, they don't want the fire to basically go down through the vents and catch the neighbor on fire. So that was what he said, and that's why it had a lack of vents. Sure, I can see the reasoning behind that, but what is good for fire is not necessarily good for mold and ventilation. So just because you have a brand new house doesn't mean that it's absolutely perfect. I know everybody wants a brand new house with no issues and no headaches, but here's the truth. New construction can come with its own set of problems. And in this video, I'm going to break down why you might want to do your homework before buying a new build in Vancouver. Now, I'm not saying don't buy them. I'm just saying that do your due diligence, do your homework, understand the structures of a house and how it's built before you move forward and buy anything. Just because it's built by a builder doesn't mean that it's perfect. So this video is just meant to educate you and tell you the ins and outs of a new home and what to expect. Number one is a cost. New construction homes are almost always more expensive than resale homes. Materials and labors are expensive these days, let alone the permit fees that the city charges whenever a builder wants to build a brand new house. And developers price that into the price of the homes. Then you add in all the upgrades, the lighting, the flooring, all the stuff that you saw in the home, and the base price can easily jump tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Don't forget about the premiums. If you're buying a home with a view of the water, close to popular amenities, in Vancouver, you can expect to pay at least $50,000 to several $100,000 more. If you've enjoyed this topic so far, please hit subscribe and like, because it shows me that you're interested in these kind of topics, and I will make more videos about these topics. Okay, let's continue. Number two, you have the property taxes. For a tear down and a new build, another thing a lot of buyers don't realize is how property taxes work with new construction in Vancouver, especially if you're buying an older home with the plan to tear it down and build a new one. Property taxes will go up. For example, you buy an older home in East Vancouver to $2 million. The land itself is worth $1.5 million. Then you build the house, and by the time you finish building it, it's 3,500 square feet. The assessment value of the home will jump to $4 million, and the property tax will jump accordingly. So if you're budgeting for a new build, don't just think about the construction costs. You need to plan for that big increase in property taxes after your home is complete. Otherwise, you may get a shock when the first full tax bill comes in. Next, we have construction quality. Just because it's new doesn't mean it's perfect. Improperly installed shingles, exposed underlayment, plumbing or electrical problems, or framing that isn't nailed correctly. Rushed construction can lead to shortcuts that cost you money and headaches. If you're buying a brand new and building it, hire your own home inspector as you build a house. During the different stages of construction, it costs a few $100s each, but it's worth it to catch the problems before they become huge expenses. Next are delays. Delays are another big problem. Often there's labor shortages, supply shortages. Then you have the weather that can push back your move-in date months. Also, if you're building a house, chances are is that you'll have a construction loan. Construction loan is basically a loan that the banks give you. It's meant for construction. The rate is higher, and they release funds to you during certain milestones. For example, once the concrete is poured, after framing, after the drywall, etc., etc. Even something simple like waiting for an electrical pole being planted next to your property can put your move-in on hold. leaving you in limbo and stressing about your mortgage payments. Next, we have the depreciation and resale. Unlike a resale home, which has an established market value, new builds in Vancouver can be harder to sell if the market shifts or if the new homes are released nearby. If you buy a new construction home expecting to sell in 3 to 5 years, keep in mind that other similar homes might hit the market at the same time, or the market may change. You could have a harder time selling or might not get back what you paid. And do not forget about the GST. Whenever you have a brand new home that is built, it is 5% of the entire price of the property. So if you're buying a $3 million house, that's another $150,000 in GST. Bottom line is that new construction homes in Vancouver come with higher costs, potential quality issues, delays, and resale challenges. And if you're tearing down and rebuilding, your property taxes can jump dramatically once your new home is finished. The key takeaway, don't assume new automatically means perfect. Always dig deeper, ask the right questions, and budget for hidden costs like upgrades, lot premiums, and a jump in taxes before making that big assessment.